All right. Stop. Look like Arlo. Have been holding for a while. Stop doing your Arlo face.
Trying to wipe that smile off my face.
Wiped off. It's gone. So, we're here to do a relationship Q&A. Aren't we?
That's our relationship. We're done. So
yeah, that's all. That's how we met and everything. I just walked up and was just like...
hands-on. She's a very hands-on girl.
Okay. Okay. So the first question that everyone wants to know is, how did we meet? So what I'll do is I'll give my version of it, and then undoubtedly you will absolutely have things you're like, hold on. So then he can give his part of it.
Sounds good.
So we had met in September, and I had no idea who he was, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to buy Until Dawn or not. And I was like, is it worth it? Is it not? So I decided to go on YouTube and watch gameplay of it, and his was the first to pop up. I was like, oh, well, it's got enough views and it's got enough, you know, clout behind it. I was like, okay, sounds good. So I watched it, and I just watched a random episode just to see what the gameplay was like.
Not a whole lot of it.
Not a whole lot of it. And he had said a joke. It was with Hayden Panettiere, and he was like, save the cheerleader, save the world, whatever you do, don't let Sam die. And I was like, oh cool, a Heroes reference, so he watches Heroes. And I was like, well, this is obviously a cool person. So I was like, he's kind of funny, I wonder if he's cute. So I went to Instagram, which is where everyone goes to see if anyone's cute, and I had seen him and I was good enough for me. So I was like, okay, follow. Just
barely above the suffice line.
So I hit follow, and you posted like 3 pictures that I liked or something, and then 3 days later, no big deal, I hadn't followed him, hadn't watched any more of his YouTube videos. I watched up to part 8 of the Until Dawn, but that was it. And then all of a sudden I got a random Instagram DM.
Creepy, DM. But it worked out okay.
Yeah.
I liked Becca's profile because she was very beautiful, and she had an octopus emoji, and she said she was a Sith. So I was like, okay, either she's like way out there and way too like loopy weirdo for me, or she could be super cool. And so I just randomly DM'd you, sent you a picture that you thought I was a complete like loser.
It was funny. He sent me like the classic like, hey, I'm really cool, you should talk to me DM. And
it was nicer than that. I said like, where are you from?
The picture was the worst part. Yeah, he was like, hey, you're super pretty, where are you from? With like a bunch of extra letters. So it told me that he was outgoing and happy and stuff like that, so.
Gotta make sure you really utilize those extra letters so that you can be outgoing and happy for the gorgeous girls. Yeah, the picture.
So this is what.
Becca and her mom thought I was like a complete
douche.
Yeah.
So this is the picture that he sent. I wonder if it'll focus.
You gotta get your face out of there.
He had something similar on Instagram. He said, hey, you're super pretty, where are you from? So we talked for a little bit, and we talked about football. We talked about, he asked me what my favorite game was, and I said BioShock, and he was like, no way, mine's BioShock too. And we talked about BioShock for a while. We talked about NFL BioShock, books, and our favorite movies. And by the end, we had been talking for about 2 days on the Instagram chat, and we were like, okay, this is getting obnoxious. And I was the first one, and I was like, just text me, like, obviously you're not a serial killer. So.
Never know.
So, we were texting, and then within a few days we were Skyping. And we Skyped a few times, and we're super nervous, and it was super awkward. And then after that,
Becca had her headphones in, but they weren't plugged in, so she's wearing the headphones, and the sound is coming out of the computer, but she's still wearing headphones, and I was like, they're not. Take them off.
Yeah.
And your mom was like trying to like casually walk behind to like see who I was.
Yeah, because she was like, who are you talking to? I'm like, it's none of your business, Mom. So, yeah, and we just kept Skyping, and we used to stay up till like, no joke, 5 a.m.
There were times your parents got up to go to work.
Yeah, they would get up to go to work, and my parents get up at 5 a.m. and they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, did you wake up in the middle of the night? I'm like, no, I've been here. This is Zach.
Oh
so
my God.
that's how we met. Do you have anything to add? Or like what was your take on how we met and what was your thought process and all that?
I Skyped Becca just to help out with your YouTube stuff initially.
Yeah, because not many people know, because a lot of them came from your channel, but I had actually already began and was beginning my channel when I met him, so it was kind of like perfect timing. So originally we weren't even planning on dating. I was just gonna have him kind of mentor me through this, and then it was super nerve-wracking because here's this like really cute guy sitting here and obviously super successful, and he's like, I'm sitting here waiting for your video to upload, and I'm like, please don't watch it.
So I when I Skyped you initially, like, I did not have like some like secret intention to like, oh, like capture your heart and date you. It was more just like help out, and I was feeling like outgoing, so I was like, okay, it won't be a big deal. And then I saw you and I was like, and this could be something good. So then we talked again, and I actually asked to Skype you again, or I was like, do you want to Skype again really soon after? And then that kind of just like stepping stone spiraled into another. But the best part was like you were super nervous that like I wasn't interested in you at all. You thought I was like really bored with you.
Yeah.
And like how could you like me or this girl from Missouri? Blah blah blah. And lo and behold, did she know? And I was like, ah.
So on to question 2. Number 2.
Getting ahead of myself.
Is how was it to meet Zach for the first time? We had been talking, and we had talked, I mean, so many hours. We spent hours upon hours on Skype, and we knew each other really well. We tried to make sure that we went in with no judgments and no like reservations about like, oh, I don't want him to see me without makeup, or oh, I don't want him to see me when I'm mad, or stuff like that. Once we decided like, hey, we really like each other in this, we made sure we went in with the idea that we aren't perfect and we're human beings, so we didn't want to try and like fool the other one into thinking that we're something we're not. So we were super comfortable with each other by the time it came around, and he said, okay, so when do you want to hang out in person? And I was super nervous, and he booked a flight, and he was like, all right, I'll pick you up at the airport. And I was like, ah.
I was really nervous that day because like it's totally fine to like talk over Skype because you have the out of like at any time I can bail out of this.
Hang up.
But in person, I was like super nervous because like I knew we'd be fine after the first half hour, but it was like just that initial little bit that I was like, how is this gonna go? What exactly should we do? How would it be?
Exactly.
We tried to like plan everything out. And at first, you're like, oh, it's gonna be so scary. And you're like, no, it'll be totally fine.
We're gonna
but then
sleep
I was
in
like,
separate bedrooms on separate floors, and it went super smooth except for one thing. Zach was late to the airport.
But that's
to
not
pick
even
me
the best
up.
part. That's not the best part. The best part about the airport is that we had like planned like, are you gonna wait inside? Am I gonna come get you? Because I like that awkward few seconds of like her walking in the car and me being like I thought it was gonna be terrible.
Waiting for you to come.
So, yeah, so or like vice versa, or me walking and being like, hey, and like, do I hug her? Do I kiss her? What do I do? So instead, it worked out perfectly for me. Maybe not so much for her, but she was on her phone, and I text her as I was walking in. And she's looking down to get her text, and I just came up and was like, hey, and like hugged you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he hugged me, and I don't know. We haven't really shown much of us walking side by side. I'm sure they've seen it in the vlogs, but Zach is almost like a full foot taller than me. So when he hugged me, he stood, he was just like, hey, and I didn't get to see his face, so there was just this random person hugging me, and all I saw was like giant like tiger face on the shirt he was wearing, so there was just like shirt right here, and I was like, I hope this is him. So I have no idea who it is, and I looked up and it was him, and he was like, hi. And we went to the car, and it was super awkward in the beginning for like 10 minutes. What was your take on seeing me for the first time? I thought he was super handsome, and he had really pretty eyes.
I thought she was super pretty, and I felt comfortable. Like by the time we like got back to my neighborhood, I felt comfortable.
So the day we first met in person was October 2nd.
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Yes.
And we decided we were gonna go see a movie that night. And I was super tired, and he said, well, why don't you just, why don't you take a nap? And I'm kind of tired, so I'll take a nap too. And you just plop right down on the bed with me, and I was like, okay. So we ended up, instead of taking a nap, we ended up just talking for hours and hours and hours. Missed our movie, didn't even realize. And then we had our first kiss, which was super, super romantic. He did it right in the middle of a sentence, and it was like movies, like the movies. You couldn't even ask for anything better. And then he officially asked me, he's like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, yes. So our official anniversary is like October 2nd.
So that puts us at over 3 months now.
Yeah, over 3 months. And I knew of him late August, like around the 27th or 28th of August. But other than that, I had no idea who he was. So I haven't known him since January. Haven't known him for a long time.
Yeah.
Our first date was Baker Street.
And yeah, because we went to that in the movie.
And we went and saw Hotel Transylvania too.
Such a romantic first date movie. You picked it though.
We went in pretty late, but it was really romantic. Like hardly anyone was in there.
Like nobody. People were at the bar, but no one was at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then at the movie, I kept spilling popcorn on you accidentally.
So now, yeah, so he spilled popcorn on me, and now it's a joke because I kept throwing it back at him. Like, stop spilling popcorn on me. So now every time we go to a movie, I have to throw at least some popcorn at him. So that's a cute little thing. Someone did want to know that I thought it was interesting. Is it hard to eat all organic and super healthy, or are you used to it? Whereas you're used to it your whole life.
Well, since I was in 7th grade.
I didn't eat as healthy as he did, but I definitely didn't just like drink soda all day and eat crap food. Like I tried to maintain, I always tried to make sure that I didn't eat a bunch of junk food. The hardest thing to get over with him is like they're all organic and like making sure that everything comes from natural sources. So like no sugar, no gluten, no dairy, which is the hardest thing because my family drinks a lot of milk and stuff like that. That's the hardest thing to get used to, especially when we go out. And there's sometimes like tonight where I got a salad and like a turkey sandwich and I was like, I feel okay. And then there's sometimes where I literally feel so guilty because all I want is like a pizza or something. He's understanding. Like there was one time I was trying to find, my favorite food is mac and cheese. And I tried to find this really healthy mac and cheese and it did not go over well. And I was so stressed from like trying to eat healthy and trying to feel comfortable and adapting. It's a hard adjustment when you're used to something, you know, you feel like you can't have anything. I just cried. And he's super understanding and makes sure that if I need something, I want it. Like he let me get a lemonade that wasn't all organic.
Build healthy habits and
he's trying to teach you how to eat for your body and not having your body eat for you.
There you go. It's a good little line. So it's tricky, but she's doing a fantastic job. And it's like, it's not like I force you to be perfect.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely understanding.
You take a lot of leeway.
Yeah, he does. And I'm getting better and it just, you know, it takes a while. The next one was, what was it like to meet Zach's family? They were
crazy
really
bunch.
They're really nice. I love them to death. They're very close-knit like my family, so it was comfortable. I didn't feel like I was going to like, oh, I'm scared. They were super accepting, and as soon as I walked in, they were like, hi, how are you? You know, they were talking to me about where I was from. You know, they weren't like, oh, we don't like her, you know. Like,
Noah was a little shy.
Noah was shy, but I think
my youngest brother.
I think one was his age, and two, like a foreign person in the house, probably just like, man, you're not good enough for my brother. But they were really nice, and I felt comfortable with them, and I still feel comfortable with all of them.
And Noah's totally warmed up and totally likes you a lot. So
yeah, so I don't feel like I have to be someone I'm not around them. I feel I can be 100% genuine around them. Now on to the bigger stuff, which, you want to go ahead and do it?
Which ones do we have left? That's it?
Yeah.
There's nothing else?
No. So the next thing that we have, okay, Popeye, calm down. Big thing that we have going on.
You're making it so ominous.
Zach and I have decided, and we've talked this over with our families. We're trying to be really mature about it, and we have decided that we will actually be moving in together because if anyone doesn't know, we are long distance as of right now. I mean, not right now because we see each other a lot because we can't live without each other. But he's from Indiana, I'm from Missouri, so that's about 400 miles between us. But Zach and I have decided that we are moving in together. And not only are we moving in together, we are moving to Cali. So, moving to Cali.
It'll be awesome. We're here right now.
Yeah, we're here in LA right now, and I didn't really tell anyone why, but we're actually apartment hunting out here to look for a place to live. Oh, that was a question that someone wanted to know when we ever moving together. And like, next month.
Yeah, very soon.
The month after. Everyone in our family is really comfortable with it. They're really supportive. No one feels like, oh, you guys are being dumb. You guys don't have a good foundation. Everyone who's talked to us is like, holy cow, you guys are way beyond how far you should be for just 3 months.
Your family really likes me and my family really likes you, so there's no qualms about it really on any side at all.
Not at all. I think the only thing we're actually worried about is being homesick from our families.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I think it'll be super fun.
It will be, especially because
we have also decided that we're getting a puppy, and I'm super excited.
I feel like you're the most excited, like more excited about the puppy than the California thing or the apartment thing or even the bee thing. I'm gonna get there and be like working on my videos and be like, there's Becca and the puppy sleeping again, and they're cuddling and they're going for a walk and they're playing. I'm like, oh my gosh,
you're my favorite. Mwah.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. But the puppy will be super cool.
Yeah, we're decided.
And we're naming it Rodolfo.
No, we're not.
We're naming it Swings.
No, we're not.
We're naming it Spike.
No.
We're naming it Flower.
No. Get a boy and name
Rancher?
Flower? No.
Doug?
No.
Girl?
So we decided that we are getting a puppy.
Mufasa.
No. We haven't decided on a name.
You're cutting out all my choices. Gregory.
No.
Beans.
Stop. We really want a little dog.
Walter?
That's not super big. It has to be non-shedding.
Guppy.
Short. No.
Guppers. Gutman.
Stop.
Gupple.
Stop.
Gup.
Stop.
Gum. Gummy.
Knock it off.
Gummers. Gumpy. Gumby.
So we've decided that whatever we get it.
I figured it out.
No.
Why not?
Guys.
Okay, we'll tell them later. That's it.
No.
That's it. It is.
No. I'm not naming my dog that.
Yes.
No.
Raisin is a great name.
No, it's not. So we're getting. We decided that whatever it is, we want it to be part poodle. So we're really looking at like Maltese poodle mixes that are small and non-shedding.
So he can carry on the legacy of Kobe.
Yeah.
The never dying dog. My miniature poodle is 15 going on 16. And she may be half blind, half deaf, and half crazy. But she's amazing and smart and cute and kind. So that's why we're incorporating that breed into our future.
Yeah, so I can't wait to get the puppy, and of course we'll vlog the whole thing and
Litter box train it.
It's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look it up. Tiny dogs and litter boxes. It's a thing. It is. At least you got me really excited. I was like sleepy, but now we're talking about Raisin the puppy. I'm so excited. Little Raisin. All those wrinkles.
No.
Piddling on the pads.
No. We decided we want a multi-poo. I really wanted a pug, but they shed.
And
so
Raisin will be a good dog.
we're not naming our dog Raisin. I'm so scared that we're gonna name it, and then you're just gonna call it Raisin.
Call it Raisin.
Ow, ow.
I'm just stealing your leg if I can't name it Raisin. Oh, okay. How about Kylo Ren?
Kylo? We'll name our dog Kylo. Kobe and Kylo.
No, why don't we show another dog named Kobe?
No.
Kobe and Kobe.
No.
Or like the next generation of Kobe. It's like Kobe Jr. Yeah, Kobe Jr. KJ.
Get out.
KJ. Aw.
Let my leg go.
You're wearing my sock. Gotta make my sock. That's nasty. You smell that.
Alright. Well, we're done for now. We're gonna do more Q&A stuff and like favorites and
in a couple years.
More sappy stuff like that on his channel in a little bit.
Couple years.
But
I
for
really
now,
get to know you.
That's all we got. It's all she wrote.
It's all Raisin wrote.
So we will talk to you later.
Until next time.
Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment on what you think we should name our puppy. Not Raisin. If you say Raisin, it's automatically out.
Gobbles.
No. Alright, we'll see y'all later. Bye.